Well, it's good to be back with you students again, even if it's only on social media platforms. It's another week that's passed by and we are not able to meet again. I so greatly miss hanging with you guys over at the AO house. And I am so looking forward to when this whole COVID-19 thing is over and we don't have to hear about it again. I'm ready to be back with you guys, and I'm ready to be back with our crew. Speaking of crew, we have been in this series that we're nearly finished with about talking about how our crew really matters and what the difference it makes in our life. And I've come to this week, and I don't know about you, but for me, being away from everyone, being in a time of social discipline, and really even distancing ourselves from one another, it really helps us to learn and to understand which of those people in our crew are absolutely necessary and which friends we have, which acquaintances we have, what are the friends that we hang around with that, you know what, we really aren't missing whatsoever. A lot of the guys in Paul's crew in Colossians chapter 4 were guys that were encouragers. They were guys who did the work. They were guys who helped Paul out along the way. But interestingly enough, Paul mentions one character that I think is interesting. Like, why is he in this list? And it's a guy by the name of Demas, spelled D-E-M-A-S. And really one of the only things I can find about Demas is mentioned in 2 Timothy. And it's, I'd like to read that one for you so you get a kind of idea of what Paul is dealing with Demas. It says in 2 Timothy, chapter 4, beginning in verse 9, Paul says, "Do your best to come to me quickly, for Demas, because he loved the world, has deserted me, and he has gone to Thessalonica, and Crescens has gone to Galatia, and Titus to Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Get Mark and bring him with you, because he's helpful to me in my ministry." And I'm thinking to myself, Paul seems really upset. He really seems brokenhearted because he says that Demas has deserted him. And I'm thinking, well, Paul, why do you have this guy in your crew? Why is he a part of what you're doing? And the only thing that I can come up with, and I think this is a rational explanation, is Demas is on this list not because he is somebody who's in Paul's crew, who Paul takes a great liking to, but he's on this list to teach us that we probably have somebody like this in our crew as well. And what I mean by that is we probably have somebody in our crew who's a backstabber. We probably already have somebody in our crew who isn't helpful to us, who's not an encourager to us. In fact, one who brings us down. I think that's why he got included on the list, is because Demas was the type of guy that Paul needed to be away from because he broke his heart, because he deserted him and he left him. And in these days of social distancing and putting things aside, hey, who are those guys on your crew that really probably don't need to be there, that are backstabbers? You probably already have them on your crew. Think about Jesus. Jesus even had a guy on his crew that betrayed him, Judas. Stabbed him in the back, betrayed him when things were difficult. And so what I'm hoping is that we'll use this time of social discipline and social distancing, and we would use this time to take a really inventory of the people we hang around with, the type of people we run with, and that we really take a moment and say, does this guy, does this girl really meet the standards that I have for people to hang with me? Or these people, are they ones that are just going to backstab me? Are they ones that are just going to turn and run when things are difficult? That's what Demas was for Paul. And we likely have one like that ourselves. What I'm hoping and I'm praying for is like Paul, you've got somebody like Timothy already in your life who, when things were rough, when things were as tough as time, he could call on Timothy and say, hey, come quickly. I need you. One of the things to kind of wrap this up in these times where we're kind of alone, we're only with certain people, it really shows us who are those friends that we really need to have. Like when we can't be around a bunch of people, we can only be around maybe one or two other of our family. It really shows us who's most important. And so I wonder to myself, why is it that we try to impress all these people at school, at work, at church that are no good for us? Like, why do we alter our values and why do we compromise our integrity to hang with somebody who's just going to stab us in the back? Who's just going to say, be gone, I'm out of here when things are tough. I hope this time of social distancing begins to show you which of those friends you really need to have around you. Which of those friends, like Timothy, really, really encourages you, because that's what's going to be important to get us through this whole COVID-19 nightmare. Guys, I'm praying for you. I got your back. You can always hit us up at the Cave on our Instagram page. You can join there. You can go ahead and you can join our reading plan. We've got a Bible study plan that we're doing with Francis Chan. It's a video deal. It's a quick deal. You guys can sign up for that at the Instagram page. You can follow our videos on our YouTube channel, and we can stay in touch. Send us messages, send us comments, like this, share this. Help us get the message out that no matter whether we're 10, whether we're 15, or you're an old man like me, we have to be careful and we have control of the type of people that we hang with on a daily basis. Until next time,